Hey everybody, Kevin Anthony here. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about why you should bring some dirty talk into the bedroom. But before I do that, please make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Doing so greatly helps the channel. Okay, so this is a subject that comes up from time to time. Couples want to know, should I do some dirty talk in the bedroom? Will she be okay with it? Will he be okay with it? Is it weird? Is it wrong? How do I do it even? So we're going to talk a little bit about that today. I really want to talk about why you should do it as opposed to how to do it, because there's lots of different ways to do it. But in today's video, we're going to focus mostly on the why you should do it. So number one, it can be a real turn on for your partner as well as yourself. So if you're looking for something to spice things up a little bit, try incorporating some dirty talk. You'd be surprised how turned on some people do get with a few simple words. Now, like I said, I'm not going to talk too much about the how to do it part. But I will say this in this video, that it doesn't necessarily have to be anything crazy. It doesn't necessarily have to be anything really dirty or weird or, super kinky or anything like that. It just has to be something that your partner actually likes. So this is another example of one of those times where you should be having conversations with your partner to figure out what kind of things do they like, right? So do they like just mild dirty talk, or do they want something really, really kinky? Do they want something maybe a little on the vulgar side? That's a turn on for some people. So figure out what kind of dirty talk they like and then do that. In either case, it can be a real turn on regardless of what type they like. Number two, it is a good way to get some communication happening during the lovemaking, because when you're doing dirty talk, you might say, I really want you to do this to me right now, or I really want to do this to you right now. That is a form of dirty talk, but it also establishes communication, because in that moment, you're letting the person know what it is that you want to do or you're going to do. And then they have an opportunity to say, oh, that sounds really hot, but what I really want you to do is this. Now they can dirty talk back to you, and there's a communication and a dialogue going, but it's not all heady. It's not that kind of like, is it okay if I do this? And how would you like it? And let's sit and talk about this. It's done in the moment in a way that is a turn on, so it doesn't break the flow. Now they might say, yeah, I absolutely want you to do that. Or they might say something like, yeah, do that and also do this, right? So you can see how that can get a dialogue going back and forth, where you get to communicate what you need and what you want in that moment. Number three, you may learn some new things about your partner. This is an interesting one, because a lot of times partners think they know everything about each other, especially sexually, if they've been together for a long time. And then the dirty talk starts happening, and they go, wait, you want what? I never knew that about you. So there is a real possibility that you might learn some new things, which is a good thing, because you really want to know everything that you can about your partner. Now, some people may say, well, if I already know everything that they like and everything that they want, it's just going to be boring and we're just going to do the same thing all the time. And that's not really true. You want to know them so well that you know exactly what they need, exactly when they need it. And if you're a guy, remember, exactly what a woman needs and when she needs it is going to be changing all the time. So trust me, you will never get bored. And the more you know about her, the better chances you will have of doing the right thing at the right time and pleasing her and making her happy. And of course, the more pleased she is, the happier she is, the better time she's having during sex, the more she's going to give back to you. And that's another thing that a lot of guys don't realize. Sometimes when you try to teach them and say, hey, you should be really concerned with your partner's, not just happiness, but how she's feeling, how much she's enjoying it, whether or not she's having an orgasm. And they think, oh, what is it all about her? What about me, right? No, it's not just all about her, because there are two of you in this process. However, remember that anything you give to a woman, she will return back to you usually multiple times what you gave her. So if you're giving her an amazing enjoyment and pleasure, she is most likely going to return that back to you. So it's a win-win for everybody. Number 4, it can bring some variety to your lovemaking. So, maybe you've been doing the same positions, you've been doing the same techniques for a long time, and you're just looking to do something really different than what you usually do. And Dirty Talk is a great way to do something different. A lot of times couples think, wow, we've been together for 10 years and the sex is kind of boring and we need to spice it up. So, let's go to a sex party, or let's have a threesome, or something like that. Sure, you can do those things. There's nothing wrong with that as long as you're having the proper conversations ahead of time. But doing something different doesn't have to be something radically different, right? It could be as simple as incorporating some dirty talk, or maybe even bringing in a new toy. So there's lots of different things that you can do to change things up a little bit, break the routine, spice it up, and dirty talk is certainly one of them. So there you go. I encourage you, if you're not doing at least some form of dirty talk when you are making love, to try it. Try it and see how it works for you. Some people really like it. Some people don't like it. Maybe one partner likes it more than the other. For instance, what you'll often see is one partner likes to do the dirty talk, but the other one doesn't like to so much give it, but they like to receive it. So figure out the flow. Figure out what works for both of you and give it a shot.